The following is a special sports presentation of UWW-TV.
Good evening and welcome to Conover Studio on the campus of UW-Whitewater. You're watching Warhawk Sports Wednesday live on UWW-TV. Tonight, we bring you exciting volleyball action as the number 9 UW-Whitewater Warhawks with a record of 14-3 host the UW-Platteville Pioneers with a record of 14-6. I'm Tyler Scheuerman, joined by Austin Dowdle, and we'll break down both teams in tonight's contest leading right up to game time, where Sammy Huggins and Matt Bruises are standing by at the Chris Russell Volleyball Arena. So Austin, Warhawks coming in very strong. They're coming off of a huge game against UW Stout.
Yeah, a huge game against UW Stout. They kind of struggled to begin the game. They lost the first set, but then won the next three. I think it was a strong performance on offense and defense by Chloe Busher and Ashton Dahl. Ashton Dahl actually led the team with 13 kills and had the 3 blocks, while Busher had led the team in blocks with 4 blocks and had the 10 kills and had the 12 digs. She just was getting it done everywhere. Both these players were pivotal players to the Stout game.
And Whitewater, they struggled a little bit. They went down, they lost the first set 25-18, but they managed to come back and knock off 3 sets in a row to win 3-1. Yeah,
I think that was kind of a big thing for this season. They were all up high on their horses. They were doing really well this year, and then losing that first set, it really humbles you a little bit and gets you ready. And then it really showed when they woke up the sleeping horse, we would say, from the Stout, and Whitewater came back and won 3 straight sets.
And Emma Ask, she was really key in the second and third sets. When Whitewater was trailing down by 5 points in the third set, she put up a lot of points and kind of helped Whitewater win that set, and that pretty much helped them coast to the win.
Yeah, they were really down on the momentum in that third set, like you said. It was really pivotal. A lot of great ball movement, great handling, getting those great sets and getting those kills from Ask. It was really a great performance there.
And Ashton Dahl, she's such a fun player to watch. She's also a track and field athlete too. Just a big middle blocker up there. Right up against the net. She put up 13 kills and 3 blocks, which is really incredible and a great showing by the senior.
Yeah, and like you said, senior, that's what I was going to bring up. Her leadership to this young Warhawk squad has been really pivotal to this beginning of the season to really get the momentum rolling and really show the young players how to lead this team.
And Chloe Busher, the freshman, had a double-double. Just the season that she's been having, it's really been fun to watch her and to see the future of this volleyball team.
Yeah, like you said, the double-double, it was on kills and digs, and that's really incredible. You really don't see someone getting a lot of kills, also getting a lot of digs. That's a really good accomplishment there for Chloe Busher.
Yeah, the stat line for Busher, 10 kills, 12 digs, and 4 blocks. A very big player up there as an outside hitter. The aforementioned Emma Ask, 5 kills, 2 service aces, and 11 digs, which really was key, kind of an unsung role in that game for Whitewater.
Yeah, and the carry off that, the future is looking really bright with the freshmen doing really well there. And also carrying on to, there's Kellyanne Soteros, the sophomore, doing really well in that game, getting 18 assists. Just showing how the young players are really stepping up here for the Warhawks.
Yeah, and talk about Kellyanne Soteros. Her and Maggie Streckert had a combined 25 assists, and Kellyanne Soteros continues to really play really strong and really be strong in that assist role.
Yeah, and the assists are really important because if you get the good, that's how you prevent the errors in the kills. You get the nice pass up there, and it's really been showing that Kellyanne Soteros has been really getting those really good passes out there for the Warhawks.
And another mention about how young this team is, Kellyanne Soteros is only a sophomore this year. She was a freshman, set the world on fire with that team, and Morgan Jensen did a really great job too with 23 digs.
Yeah, the digs, and go on to the youngness. Me and you were talking before the show. Dahl is one of the few, and Butterfield are getting seniors going. Next year is going to be really interesting for this team, having juniors lead this Warhawk volleyball squad.
We're going to take a short break, but when we come back, we'll talk more Warhawk volleyball in addition to how the Pioneers fared this past weekend. Stay tuned. This is Warhawk Sports Wednesday live on UWW-TV.
Warhawks know what it takes to become champions. At the University of Wisconsin-Whitewater, our student athletes pursue excellence with a determination that inspires everyone on campus. Warhawks are smart. Warhawks are strong. Warhawks value service. We prepare our student athletes for life after college. The University of Wisconsin-Whitewater. Come be part of the Warhawk family.
It's not about where you were born. It's not about your gender or the color of your skin, or whether you're rich, poor, or in the middle. No matter what you play, if you have the skill and drive to succeed in school and in sports, we'll provide the opportunity.
At the University Bookstore, we have an excellent selection of competitively priced books and classroom necessities for students. We have Warhawk gear ranging from athletic apparel to comfy sweatshirts the whole family can enjoy. The textbook rental service is also available for students to check out their required readings for class. You can also find and order books, apparel, and gift items from our online catalog, located at uwwhitewaterbookstore.com. The University Bookstore. We provide for your college experiences.
It has been taking away our potential for decades, but since 2009, campuses nationwide are becoming tobacco-free. Tobacco has been eliminated from bars, restaurants, and many other public places. Why should our schools be any different? For more information, visit the Ambrose Health Center.
Are you bored on campus? Then come down to Warhawk Alley in the University Center. We have everything you need to take a break from your studies and have a great time. So come blow off some steam with our air hockey, darts, foosball, video games, 8 top-of-the-line Brunswick pool tables, and our 10-lane bowling alley. We have nightly specials, blacklight bowling, tournaments, and tons of chances to win prizes. For more information or to set up a reservation, call Warhawk Alley at 262-472-5681.
Welcome back to Warhawk Sports Wednesday. I'm Tyler Scheuerman, along with Austin Dowdle. We'll take you out to the gym shortly, but first, let's talk a little bit about UW-Platteville. So UW-Platteville, they're sitting second in the WEAC standings, a 14-6 overall record, and 2-1 in the WEAC, a pretty solid year.
Yeah, and they just got done with a matchup against Stevens Point, which was a test, actually, because Stevens Point came out and won that first set, but then the Pioneers came back and won the set, and then another win by the Pioneers, and then eventually getting that 3-2 victory in the 5th set. But Katie Ass having a great game with the 13 kills at .375 kill percentage, which is really great. She was getting a lot of her attempts down to be successful, which showed how they were very successful in that game.
Yeah, and it's important to note just how well Platteville is playing at home, an 8-1 home record. It's incredible, but they have kind of struggled away, of a 2-2 away record and a 4-3 neutral record. But that game against Stevens Point, it was a slugfest through thick and through. Platteville out hitting in the with hitting percentage, a 170 hitting percentage compared to Stevens Point 140. They got out blocked by Stevens Point. Stevens Point had 10 blocks to Platteville's 5. But Platteville pretty much took control of the digs, 55-52, and then had the service aces were huge too, 9-6 in favor of Platteville.
So yeah, like you said, they were really aggressive. The Pioneers were being really aggressive. One of the things is Olivia Kowanowitz, she was struggling to start that game off. She had 12 kills, but she had 9 errors, so she was really struggling to get herself going.
Yeah, and Katie Ash, as you mentioned, Austin, 13 kills on 24 attempts. That's been pretty amazing. And you think about some of the matchups we're going to see between these type of players like Ash and Kadranovitz. It's going to be very interesting with the Whitewater players too.
Yeah, especially with Dahl and Busher too. The great defensive presence is going to be really interesting to see if they can get their outside hitting going early.
And CJ Johnson of Platteville had a double-double, 10 kills, 12 assists, 2 blocks. Yeah, she really kept that Stevens Point defense guessing all night.
Yeah, it was she did really great. You never knew what she was going to do. She was getting those digs down, but she was also getting those passes up for those huge kills.
And a freshman player, Stephanie Kalinowski, had 27 digs. What a year that she's been having too. But right now we are going to show the schedule, the upcoming schedule for the Whitewater Warhawks.
Yeah, the Warhawks got a tough schedule coming up. They are facing UW-Platteville, and then next they're going to be at home against Carroll, and then they got Gustavus Adolphus. And then after that, they got Illinois Wesleyan. That's a really tough schedule coming up for the Warhawks.
Yeah, it really is. And you look at, there's that tournament when they are playing Carroll and Gustavus Adolphus. Those are going to be kind of key matchups to begin to look at. Those teams have been doing solid all year long, but can pull out maybe a win against this hot Whitewater team. And then Illinois Wesleyan, they are struggling this year. Surprisingly, Whitewater can probably come out with that win.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a great stretch for the Warhawks to gain confidence going farther into the ending part of the season, to end the season up strong. They come through this next stretch of games and they do well. I think the Warhawks are going to have a great end of the season, and they're going to go well in the playoffs.
And if only a handful of WEAC games up, Whitewater is sitting at a great spot in the WEAC. And now we're going to look at the WEAC standings of Whitewater in control, tied with UW Oshkosh, both 3-0 in the WEAC, both 14-win teams. And then you have a 3-way tie between UW Stevens Point, UW Platteville, and UW Eau Claire, all sitting at 2-1. And then you have the 0-3 WEAC teams, Stout, River Falls, La Crosse. Who's the favorite right now, Austin?
I have to say the Warhawks are the favorite. They've come out strong, and the former champions, they beat 3-0 Eau Claire at home. I just knows that's how strong that this Warhawk team really is.
Yeah, it's hard to disagree when they're on an 8-game win streak right now in the regular season. But I have to ask you, kind of, who's the dark horse right now in the WEAC?
I have to say it's going to be Oshkosh, because Oshkosh is having a great season, starting off 3-0 in the WEAC. And they're a great team. Last year they did really well. They even played well against the Warhawks in that semifinals game.
So, and then one more question for you, Austin. Who are you most concerned about in the WEAC?
The team I am most concerned about in the WEAC is going to be Eau Claire. Even though we beat them 3-0, they are a team that last year was in the Final Four in for the national championship. This is a team that has the experience because they have a lot of young players that were there. So that's going to be a concern there.
We're going to take a short break, but when we come back, we'll look at the history between these two teams, give our key players from both teams, as well as our predictions on tonight's matchup. Stay tuned. This is Warhawk Sports Wednesday, live on UWW-TV.
What does it mean to be a Warhawk?
It means allowing myself to dream big and think outside the box.
Pushing the limits of what I think is possible.
Seeing ideas through from start to finish.
Collaborating with professors and peers.
And seizing opportunities in the community to put my knowledge to use.
I'm studying abroad,
learning another language,
and listening to the stories of others.
I'm making lifelong friends and fearlessly sharing my gifts with the world.
As a Warhawk, I stay balanced,
take great care of myself,
and get out of my comfort zone.
I refuse to let the past determine my future.
And I'm taking confident steps in the directions of my dreams.
Sometimes it doesn't make sense.
And other times it couldn't be more exciting.
But I will keep my goals in mind
and never quit.
Because
that's the Warhawk way.
diving in college taught me to strive and be the best athlete I can be, but also the best student I can be. My coaches always made sure that the student comes first, because not everyone's going to become a professional athlete. So they make sure that we will do great in academics. I knew that would only open the door to my future, and I'm really excited to start my dream program for physical therapy.
The UC can get you connected to all your basic needs. Grab a coffee and a meal. Study by the fireplace. Bowl, play, and relax when you want a break from homework. The UC has much more to offer to Whitewater students. Go to the UC's website to see what's going on this week.
Video One Media Services provides accomplished students the opportunity to enhance their college experience by working with real-world clients. In addition, we provide clients local and affordable video options to better enhance their media needs. For more information on how Video One Media Services can help you with your next media project, email or call our office at 262-472-5659.
UW Whitewater Athletics, a relentless pursuit of excellence across 22 sports, powered by a tradition of success. 20 national championships, 17 since 2002. 61 individual national titles. 24 National Athletes of the Year. 616 All-Americans. 115 Conference Scholar Athletes of the Year. 1,500 community service hours annually. Be a part of the tradition and join the Warhawk family.
Welcome back to Warhawk Sports Wednesday. I'm Tyler Scheuerman, along with Austin Dowdle. We'll take you out to the gym shortly, where we'll hear from our game announcers Sammy Huggins and Matt Bruzes. But first, a little bit more on both teams. So Whitewater currently holds a 59-25-1 overall record against Platteville. Pretty impressive.
Yeah, that is really impressive, including a 2-game win streak from 2017-2018. And actually, the last time that Stevens Point beat Warhawks was a 3-2 victory in 2016.
Yeah, and the last game that they played was last year in 2018. Warhawks won that one 3-1, and what a game for Whitewater.
Yeah, I agree. Ashton Dahl and Kellyanne Soteros having those they're doing it like we were saying earlier. Dahl with 8 kills, 7 blocks, and Soteros with 3 aces and had the 19 assists.
Yeah, and Whitewater pretty much dominated in every statistical category against Platteville. Outpointed them, outkilled them, out-aced them, outblocked them, out-assist them, but only the only advantage to Platteville last year in that game was that Platteville had more digs than Whitewater did, 36-33. What does Platteville have to work on this year? I mean, there's a new cast of characters on that roster, on both rosters to say the least. What does this Platteville team have to do to pull out a win against Whitewater here at Chris Russell Volleyball Gymnasium?
I think they're going to need to be really aggressive right off the gate. I think they're going to need to get a lot of crazy stats, like get the outside hitters going early. They need to get a lot of success, so they got to make sure their passes are there. They got to work on the little things. So those little things in volleyball make the things work, like the good ball movement and good flow and stuff like that.
And last year, Ashton Dahl, she put up big numbers. She's coming off that big game against Stout, but last year against Platteville, she put up big numbers, 8 kills and 7 blocks, getting it done both offensively and defensively.
Yeah, and I think she's going to be a really important player to this game because she could set the tone on offense and defense. Just same with like Busher, that's the same thing. They can get things going on both sides and really take momentum out of the Platteville Pioneers.
And then one of the notables for Platteville was Olivia Krajanowics, who had 5 kills, 8 digs, and 1 service ace. She returned to the team this year.
Yeah, and also Ash even has 8 kills in that game returning to the team. So both these players having success against the Warhawks, I think they're going to have to get those 2 players going early.
And how do you think Whitewater repeats with another win to increase their win streak against Platteville to 3?
I think they're going to have to not let the being 10th ranked go to their head. I think they need to just stay calm, and I think Stacy Boudreau knows what to do. I think she's going to keep these players calm and get them being aggressive early.
And Stacy Boudreau is 16-5 all-time against Platteville. She's just been dominant across every WEAC team that she's faced.
Yeah, she's been really dominant against every WEAC team except for Stevens Point, like you said before the show, where they were 15-16. I think she just really knows how these WEAC teams work. She just has the confidence because she got going early in her career. She just has the confidence and got the players going.
And Stacy Boudreau, a 426 and 114 all-time record. She took over for the legendary Chris Russell in 2005. In that legendary season in 2005, 40-4 and ultimately winning the championship. The closest that the team has ever come was in 2007 in a runner-up championship effort where they lost against Washington University 3-2. What do you think makes Boudreau so successful?
I just think it's how her connection with the players, because she started so young, so she had that connection with the players early, and she really got her mojo going. How she was a players coach. I really think that's how she got her start and her legacy going.
And let's go on to key players now. Both teams have a ton of key players to look out for tonight. Starting with Whitewater, who are you looking out for, Austin?
I'm going to watch out for Rachel Butterfield. She's having a great season. She's had 44 kills on 392 attempts. I think she's doing great. Excuse me, that was 42 errors on 192 kills. So she's doing really good percentage. She's doing really well. And I think getting those good looks early is what's going to be important for her.
I'm going to have to go with Kelly Ann Satiros, the sophomore. As we mentioned earlier in the show, coming off of 18 assists against Stout. She's such a great setter and a great assister. She's a great precision athlete as well, leading the team this year, 254 assists. She dominated in that category last year as only a freshman. So it's huge for Whitewater because it helps with points, and it's easy points when you're a great setter with 13 service aces, such as Satiros. And now let's talk about key players on Platteville. Who are you looking out for on Platteville?
I'm going to look for Kowalewicz because she coming off that rough game with 12 kills but having the 9 errors, and she leads the team in 220 kills on the team. So I think it's going to be really important for her to get going early to kind of lead the team because she's kind of been a leader for this team.
Yeah, and for Platteville, I'm taking Katie Ashe. I mean, she's a young middle blocker and outside hitter, only a sophomore, 161 kills, 60 blocks, and she's both a force on both offensively and defensively, kind of like Whitewater's Ashton Dahl. She also has 33 service aces, which is tied amongst the team rankings statistically. Don't sleep on her because she can get you defensively and make great offensive plays.
And like you said, she was a sophomore. I think the key here for both these teams is the youth is really coming into the WEAC. I really feel like the youth has been really important, and I feel like it's going to be a bright future for this WEAC being a strong conference.
So, Austin, what's your prediction tonight?
I think it's going to be 3-1, the Warhawks. I think the Pioneers are going to pull off a third set victory, but ultimately I think the Warhawks are a stronger team here.
Yeah, I'm going to go Whitewater too. I think it's going to be 3-1, 3-1. Whitewater over Platteville. Whitewater, they've just been hot, winning games left and right. An 8-game winning streak. I think that continues today, and they go 4-0 in the WEAC as they try to chase glory later in the season. Well, that does it for us here in the studio. It's time to hear from our crew live from the Chris Russell Volleyball Arena. Enjoy the game as we send it to Sammy Huggins and Matt Bruces, who are standing by. Guys, take it away.
Thanks, Tyler and Austin. Good evening and welcome to Chris Russell Gymnasium on the campus of the University of Wisconsin-Whitewater, home of the UW Whitewater Warhawks volleyball team. Tonight, we are bringing you exciting volleyball action with the Whitewater Warhawks having a record of 14-3 overall, hosting the UW-Platteville Pioneers with an overall record of 14-6. I'm Sammy Huggins, and alongside me is Matt Bruzes. Matt, what a season the Warhawks have had so far.
Yeah, they've been hot. Winners of the last 8 games. They've been doing it both on the offensive and defensive end. They've been serving the ball. They've been playing aggressive. They've been getting blocks, which is the most important, especially halting other teams' momentum.
Yeah, and they're also ranked 9th in Division III volleyball and 4th for the Midwest. However, Matt, who are you looking for the Warhawks?
For this game, I've got Chloe Busher. She's got 172 kills on the year, 2.73 per set with 70 errors. She had 20 kills in the last WEAC game versus Lacrosse, which was a season best. She's got to be on point today if she wants to look to continue this way of success.
I agree. She's a good one to look at. Who I'm looking at is Morgan Jensen. She was named WEAC Athlete of the Week with 23 digs and 1 service ace against Stout. She was also an honorable mention for the UWW Athletes of the Week as she totaled 48 digs, 6 digs per set, 5 assists, and 3 service aces. She is the leader in digs with 333 digs, 5.20 digs per set in this season. She was also the leader in digs against UW Stout. The Warhawks have quite a few players on this team, though, Matt, that are ones to look at. However, we're going to take one more break, but when we come back, we'll have Game 1 between UW-Whitewater and UW-Platteville. Stay tuned. This is live volleyball action on UWW TV.
What does it mean to be a Warhawk?
It means allowing myself to dream big and think outside the box.
Pushing the limits of what I think is possible.
Seeing ideas through from start to finish.
Collaborating with professors and peers.
And seizing opportunities in the community to put my knowledge to use.
I'm studying abroad,
learning another language,
and listening to the stories of others.
I'm making lifelong friends and fearlessly sharing my gifts with the world.
As a Warhawk, I stay balanced,
take great care of myself,
and get out of my comfort zone.
I refuse to let the past determine my future.
And I'm taking confident steps in the directions of my dreams.
Sometimes it doesn't make sense.
And other times it couldn't be more exciting.
But I will keep my goals in mind
and never quit.
Because
that's the Warhawk way.
I just wanted to get good grades and to do well. But it also made me realize that I have a lot of career goals.
You're there to get a full college experience, not only participate in your sport, but participate in things outside of that. And it's all about growing as a person.
My coaches have helped me with figuring out who I really am. Their lives are dedicated for us to succeed.
Video One Media Services provides accomplished students the opportunity to enhance their college experience by working with real-world clients. In addition, we provide clients local and affordable video options to better enhance their media needs. For more information on how Video One Media Services can help you with your next media project, email or call our office at 262-472-5659.
UW Whitewater Athletics, a relentless pursuit of excellence across 22 sports, powered by a tradition of success. 20 national championships, 17 since 2002. 61 individual national titles. 24 National Athletes of the Year. 616 All-Americans, 115 Conference Scholar Athletes of the Year, 1,500 community service hours annually. Be a part of the tradition and join the Warhawk family.
The following is a special sports presentation of UWW-TV.
Gymnasium. We have the national anthem here coming up along with the lineup for the Warhawks, so we're going to send it to the PA.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
And now let's meet the players for tonight's match. First, introducing the visiting UW Platteville Pioneers. Number 2, Taylor Holman. Number 3, Jessica Duncan. Number 9, Laura Murphy. Number 10, Mackenzie Reamer. Number 11, Lena Solberg. Number 15, Abby Eagle. Number 16, Samantha Redden. Number 19, Sam Rossetti. Number 20, Haley Elam. Number 21, Corinne Boone. Here's the Pioneers starting lineup. A sophomore outside hitter from Muskegon, Wisconsin, number 5, Olivia Gonzalez. A sophomore setter outside from St. Charles, Illinois, number 6, CJ Johnson. A senior middle blocker from Delavan, Wisconsin, number 7, Katie Jones. A sophomore outside hitter from Fort, Wisconsin, number 8, Paige Mertens. A freshman libero from South Lyon, Michigan, number 12, Stephanie Kalinowski. A sophomore middle blocker and outside hitter from Pecatonica, Illinois, number 13, Katie Ashby. A junior outside hitter from Winnebago, Illinois, number 18, Haley Younger. The Pioneers are coached by head coach Samantha Burkett. She's assisted by Anna Moore. And now, introducing your UW Whitewater Warhawks. Number 2, Kellyanne Satiros. Number 3, Jasmine Carter. Number 4, Erin McNeil. Number 7, Morgan Wardall. Number 8, Paige Manson. Number 10, Catherine Yang. Number 18, Haley Martinson. And a 5'9" freshman libero from Prairie, Wisconsin. Number 20, Morgan Jensen. The Warhawks are coached by head coach Stacey Boudreau. She's assisted by Eve Checkle, Jacqueline Kriska, and Brittany Robinson. The athletic trainer for the Warhawks is Emma Kopp.
Good evening and welcome to Chris Russell Gymnasium on the campus of the University of Wisconsin-Whitewater, home of the UW-Whitewater Warhawks volleyball team. Tonight, we are bringing you exciting volleyball action with the Whitewater Warhawks having a record of 14-3 overall, hosting the UW-Platteville Pioneers with an overall record of 14-6. I'm Sammy Huggins, and alongside me is Matt Bruzis. Matt, who are you looking for as key players on Platteville's side of things?
I've got Katie Ash. She had 13 kills and 3 blocks in the win against Stevens Point. I think she is going to be a factor in this game, especially because she's number 4 in the WIAC in blocks, and she is 3rd in the WIAC in service aces with 32. She'll play a big part in the Pioneers if they want to win the game.
I'm looking at Olivia Kudranowicz. In the 2018 and 19 season, she had 225 kills in all of the season. But in this season already, she has 220 kills coming into this game. She was also named to the all-tournament team at the P. Wolf Invitational. She's, as a fun fact, she's a certified scuba diver.
Yeah, I think that's definitely a fun fact. You know, kind of what the athletes do off the field is kind of interesting.
We got game 1 coming up here for the Warhawks versus the Pioneers. We have the Warhawks serving. Got a nice dig by Platteville. That was a nice hard attack by number 7, Katie Jones, but it was just a little too far on that outside of the court.
Yeah, one thing I noticed with these Platteville Pioneer hitters is that they hit low angle, so it's easy to block, but it's going to be coming at them hard.
That went up to be a nice block for the Warhawks, however, that'll come away as an error as the ball went right down from the net.
Yeah, just as I was saying, these balls are going to come at the Warhawk blockers hard. They got to make sure they push over or they're going to get tooled just like they did there.
We got Olivia Kudranowicz up for the serve. Nice dig by the Warhawks. Nice block by the Pioneers. However, we got a ball handling error there. Actually, no, it was a double touch, resulting in a Pioneer point.
Yeah, this Pioneer team has got, they're going to bring the momentum, they're going to bring the intensity on each point.
Kudranowicz for the serve. Beautiful attack by Emma Ask. She gets it just inside that line on, it looks, I would say, the left side of the court.
Yeah, Emma Ask is one of those hitters that you don't really know how she's going to attack the ball, and that she's got a swing that dives down right before it gets out of bounds.
Got a nice block by the Warhawks. Beautiful block by the Pioneers. Warhawks going for a light attack, but the Pioneers were able to answer. Beautiful block by the Pioneers again. We got some good ball handling here, Matt. However, the Warhawks will come away with an error there, hitting it towards the bleachers and not being able to bring it back over the net.
Yeah, it was a good try there by the libero on Whitewater, but too far away for Whitewater to bring it back in.
We have number 12, Stephanie Kalinowski up for the serve. However, she will get a service error there as she goes out of bounds.
Yeah, that's one thing that the Pioneers are going to have to clean up if they want to have success against Whitewater.
Yeah, both these teams are starting off here strong, but also with a little bit of errors here and there. We have a beautiful attack there by Katie Ashe. I believe it looked like it'd be just on the line, Matt.
Yeah, it was a great set there, and it was really off the net, which kept the Whitewater blockers guessing, and they didn't know how to react, so it was a free swing and just caught the line.
We have Lauren Murphy up for the serve. Another Warhawk error there as number 15, Maggie Strecker, tried to go for it, and it just ended up going underneath the net.
Yeah, the Pioneers are have been great serving the ball here, and they're going to put it on the Whitewater defense.
Matt, what do you have for prediction-wise? Who do you think will win this game?
I'm going to go with Whitewater. I think they have too much experience and too much leadership. I think they have too much firepower, but Platteville's showing that they can compete here.
I'm going to go with 3-1. I think the Pioneers may come away with the first win in the set, but as you said, Matt, the Warhawks are very experienced. They are undefeated in the WIAC right now, don't have very many losses in their season. I think in the end they're going to come away with the game, and it'll be 3-1.
Yeah, in the UW Stout game that Whitewater played against, they were down 17-12 in the third set, and Whitewater came back and took the lead 20-19 and ended up winning that set.
We had Lauren Murphy make an error. Warhawks are coming back now into points, but the Platteville is leading them 5-6.
Yeah, both these teams are going to have to do excellent in service if they want to contribute offense.
Kellyanne Sotiros there making her first service error. We have Taylor Ohm coming into the game for the Pioneers, and she will be serving. Beautiful serve. Warhawks making another mistake. Matt, I think if the Warhawks don't clean up the errors here, they might not win the set.
Yeah, that was just a great serve there by Taylor Ohm. She put it where a position where it put it on the serve receive.
Beautiful attack there by the Warhawks. As number 12, Stephanie Kalinowski, went to go, even kind of did a nice slide there, but was not able to get the ball up.
Yeah, I think that's just that's where she's got to make sure that she pikes over the net so it gets over on the Whitewater side.
Have a nice attack there by the Pioneers. Light attack there by the Warhawks. We have a double touch by the Pioneers. Therefore, Warhawk point. Warhawks are only down 1 point. We have Chloe Busher up for the serve. Nice dig by Kalinowski. Almost looked to be like a little kind of pancake over, or just a little over the net type of an attack, but it ended up going out of bounds. Matt, I actually almost thought that was inbound there for a second, and if it would have been inbound, it would have been a great sneak attack.
Yeah, I think that's one thing that the Pioneers are going to try and catch the Whitewater blockers off guard there is the setter dump. When the setter's in the front row, they're alive and they can jump, so that keeps the blockers off the net, and it's an easy dump.
Katie Ashe served in the back of the court. However, we had a mistake on the Platteville. Looked like she was trying to get it forward, and it just ended up coming off her hands and went straight towards the fans. Yeah,
one thing to look forward to in this game is how the second outside hitter comes into for Whitewater. We know that Chloe Bush is going to get hers, but who's going to be on the other side? Is it going to be Erin McNeil? Is it going to be Emma Ask? Or is it going to be Rachel Butterfield?
We had two nice, beautiful blocks there. However, that second block for the Warhawks sadly went just slightly out of bounds. I think what it's going to come down to, Matt, essentially is who catches who off guard, who can read the defense, like where the players are on the court, and who makes the most errors.
Yeah, I think that's going to also come down to who's going to make the final run or the final push to win each set. I think we're already seeing a close game by both teams, and they're both getting momentum on each side. So it'll be interesting to see who can make that long run.
Especially if they keep this fire up each set. I do believe this will be close games each time. That was a nice dig by Taylor Ohm for the Pioneers. However, we ended up in a, granted, regardless of that dig, the Warhawks came away with the point. Ohms digging again. We had Kudranowicz go for an attack. However, she ended up having it go out of bounds. However, we've got a timeout here called at Chris Russell Gymnasium.
being a part of the different activities and organizations that I've been a part of, I'm actually able to see myself where I'm like, hey, I actually can make change. I'm one person that can make a difference.
Division III has helped me to develop teamwork skills, critical thinking skills, time management skills.
It's not just about basketball, or it's not just about school. It's about developing yourself as a person altogether.
Welcome back to live volleyball action on UWW-TV. Matt, for a team that has not made an NCAA appearance since 2010 and a WIAC tournament appearance since 2014, they are giving this number 9 ranked Warhawks a run for their money.
Yeah, I think they're doing it with intensity and momentum, and I think they're trying to catch Whitewater off guard with those setter dumps. They're trying to make sure that they put it on Whitewater and not make their own mistakes in their own end.
Yeah, we had a beautiful block by the Pioneers there. It almost looked like they might have touched the net, like what the Warhawks were thinking, and let it drop. However, the ref said no, therefore resulting in a Pioneer point. And we have Kudranowicz for serve. That set was a little far back.
Great dig by Busher.
Beautiful dig by Kudranowicz. We have a kill for the Pioneers, as the Warhawks just were not able to get a hand on that.
Yeah, they put it in the back corner where Busher was unable to get there. They put it between the back outside hitter Busher and Jensen.
That was a beautiful attack by Ashton Dahl. She just kind of slammed it down. It went off a Pioneer's hand. She couldn't even really react, Matt.
Yeah, I think Whitewater, if they're going to have success, they're going to have to run through Ashton Dahl, because I think if they keep running with her, then they're going to open up the outsides for Busher and Ask.
Emma Ask serving for Warhawks. Nice hard hit by Jones for the Pioneers. However, that'll be an attack error, as she actually gave it too much power going to the back of the court.
Yeah, Ashton Dahl is a force on the net. She's second in the WIAC in blocks, so she's definitely one to contend with.
That was a beautiful dig by the Warhawks. Nice attack for the Pioneers with Youngren. Youngren kind of going up, looking like she's going to attack it just like she did last time. However, she tried to do a light attack, backfired on her, and ended up coming back on the Pioneer side.
Yeah, she tried to tip it and try to get right over the blockers of Whitewater, but was unsuccessful.
Ashton Dull just kind of being there in the middle, being able to get those balls over. Got an attack by Busher. Got a beautiful attack by Dahl and Busher there. Number 8, Paige Mertens, was going up, it looked like, for an attack. However, she was not able to come away with it, as the block was just beautifully put by the Warhawks.
College has given me the flexibility to pursue my passions and my interests, and I've recreated my identity for myself aside from just being an athlete.
My greatest personal discovery has been that I am capable of doing things that I didn't know I was capable of doing.
To be able to study what I wanted to and continue to play the sport I love, all of those things came together very nicely in one package in Division III.
Welcome back to Chris Russell Gymnasium. We've got some live volleyball action here for you, but just a quick side note, UW-Whitewater has a history of winning championships. Our athletic teams and club sports have won a combined 44 team titles, and the winning extends to academics as well. Our American Marketing Association has won 13 international championships, and students in our media arts and game development program are world champions too. And go Warhawks. We had an error there by Kalinowski. It looked like she was going to go for that dig, and then it just kind of fell short.
Yeah, I think it was just a great dig there by Busher.
We got Ask still serving for the Warhawks. That was almost a beautiful serve.
Attack 18, take 11, set 15, attack 14.
We have an attack by Busher. It almost looked like it was going to go out of bounds. However, the Pioneers had all kind of come up to the middle in the front of the court, therefore catching them off guard when the attack hit the very back of the court.
Yeah, I think Busher had an attack where it went off of the blocker's hands.
I give Katie Jones a lot of credit. She's got a lot of power in those arms. However, she's got to control her attack. She's got to get them down. You can have that power, but don't let them extend out as far as she has.
Yeah, I think that as a hitter, you got to find that medium where it's powerful but yet in the court.
And I do give the Pioneers a lot of credit, though. Every time they look like they're going to go up for a hard attack, they actually have been able to lightly tap it, and I think that does trip up the Warhawks a little bit.
Yeah, but I think when you're doing that, you can also give Whitewater a chance to set up their offense and put it right back on you with more power.
That is true. We got some good, we had some good ball handling there going back between the Warhawks and the Pioneers. However, the Pioneers were able to trip them up, get the ball on the ground, resulting in a Pioneer point.
Yeah, I think Pioneers wanted that one more. They were feisty for that ball, and they got it over to the Whitewater side.
Got a nice dig by Kudranowicz. Another attack by Busher. Got a nice dig by Streckert. Going for another attack. Beautiful block by the Warhawks. Warhawks coming away with the point, getting the attack just on that line.
Yeah, it was a great swing there by Ashton Dahl. She put it on the line in a great setup by Jensen.
There's also some good ball handling there. Both sides of the teams look like they wanted it.
Yeah, I think this is the point where it can either turn to Whitewater side or to where Platteville, they're trying to come back into the set.
Yeah, an error was made there as they hit that curtain on the top there and just went down by the net. Tripped up the Warhawks there a bit. We had an attack error by Busher. We generally don't see many of those, Matt, out of her.
Yeah, I think it was just a combination of a little timing was off there, and she kind of forced it into the net. She was a little late to get into the ball.
Murphy with a good serve. As you had said, Matt, you got to be careful with those light attacks because they can come back on you and actually end up not giving you the advantage with the disadvantage.
Yeah, I think it's a part of you're kind of in the moment and you don't really know where the net is, so your position is on the net, so you put it into the net.
Emily Gillen tried to get a dig there, however, it came off her sideways, therefore the ball going straight into the crowd.
Yeah, that's a great serve, putting it short.
Attack by Busher, however, that'll be attack error. A little too much power going outside and out of bounds in that court. We got a timeout called here at Chris Russell Gymnasium. The score for this set is 20. Live volleyball action on UWW TV.
At the University of Wisconsin-Whitewater, we're passionate about learning. Our talented faculty members blend teaching with research, creating hands-on learning experiences for students. Warhawk pride thrives at UW-Whitewater, where student-athletes excel on the field and in the classroom, where diversity is celebrated. A tradition of excellence. Find your passion here.
Welcome back to Chris Russell Gymnasium here with some live volleyball action. The Pioneers are catching back up as the Warhawks are only 2 points in the lead, and we still have a Murphy serving for the Pioneers.
Yeah, it was just, we had a point there where it was 20 to 12 in Whitewater's favor, and now it's 20 to 18. Platteville has pried their way back into the set.
Nice serve by Murphy. Nice dig by Kalinowski. However, we will have an error there by the Pioneers, resulting in a Warhawk point.
Yeah, that was a great time out there by Stacey Boudreau. Got her girls back into, calmed them down, and got a good swing there out of Busher.
Yeah, both coaches, Samantha Burkett and Stacey Boudreau, both are strong, not only volleyball players when they played in their time, but both strong coaches, and I bet you any money they know how to get these girls fired up.
Yeah, I think they kind of knew the momentum of the game, and Stacey Boudreau knew that she had a 20-12 lead, and she let it slip, and her team let it slip away, so she called timeout there.
Morgan Jensen's all over this court. She has gotten back-to-back digs and seems to be almost somersaulting into them. We get an error there by Murphy. Looked like she was going to go for a dig, but ended up just kind of flattening her hands, and it went straight to the ground.
I don't know. I think that's one of the things that you just hope and pray that you block it or it doesn't hit you in the face.
We have Wardle up for the serve. Excuse me, that was Kelly Ansatiros. We have an error by Haley Youngren. She went up looking like she was going to attack and then decided to bump it instead. However, it went straight into the net, causing a ball handling error.
Yeah, I think it was just a timing error, not knowing that she could get a good swing on it.
Got a nice dig by the Pioneers. Nice dig by Wardle, or Jensen. Beautiful attack there by the Pioneers. However, it went off the hands of a Warhawk player, resulting in a Pioneer point.
Yeah, great swing there by Platteville, knowing that you can get a point off Whitewater's hands.
We have Youngren up for the serve. Nice serve with a dig to Busher. Nice dig by Kalinowski. Pioneers catching back up here, Matt. They're only down 3 points.
Yeah, volleyball is a game of runs, and it kind of depends on who's got serve and who's got momentum.
That momentum is just a little too far as it goes out of bounds, resulting in a service error. If the Pioneers are going to want to stay in this set, Matt, they can't allow the Warhawks to have this point.
Yeah, they got to make sure they get a good pass out of serve receive.
Busher serving for the Warhawks. Beautiful attack there by Kudranowicz. Beautiful dig there by Kalinowski. Pioneer, they're able to get that ball over. However, we have a ball, an error on Kalinowski. Therefore, the Warhawks take this game 25-20. The Warhawks take the first set. The Warhawks now lead 1-0, and we'll be right back with game 2 right after this short break. This is live.
The road to national championships runs through NCAA.com and the NCAA Sports app. And whether you follow one college team or all of them, it's never been easier to get the content you want all in one place. With live broadcasts of multiple championships across all divisions. With exclusive access.
Set the tone early for playing our kind of game.
And highlights for every single championship. Stay in the game all season long with NCAA.com and the NCAA Sports app.
Welcome back to Chris Russell Gymnasium. The Warhawks just won the first set of this game. However, want to stay up to date on Warhawks sporting events and other UWW-TV programs? Check out uwwtv.org and enjoy all of our content online. The site features links to all recent programs, including a live stream of UWW-TV. Now you can watch UWW-TV programs anywhere, anytime, only at uwwtv.org. Matt, both teams fought hard in that set. I mean, they only came away with, I believe, winning only by 4 points?
5 points, 25-20, and I think in the latter parts of that set, we had Emily Gillen come in for Ashton Dahl, and she did a great job. She had some kills and she had some blocks. She was a force in the net, and she was able to hold. She was able to be kind of a motivation and inspiration for the team. She had some energy and brought the energy when she had a kill, and then to finish that, Erin McNeil finished it off for the Whitewater Warhawks, getting 25-21.
Yeah, I think if the Pioneers are going to want to come back in their second set, I think they're going to need to attempt more kills. Katie Jones and Haley Youngren were the leaders for kills in that set, and they each only had 2, while the Warhawks had Dole and Butterfield both had 3, and they had 12 kills in all, while Platteville only had 7.
Yeah, I think that's going to be a big part of this second set, along with serving. Maybe I think Platteville's a team that is generally a good serving team when they put pressure on other teams when they serve well, and they're known to have some aces when they serve. So I think that'll be a way that they can get the second set.
However, defensively, both teams seem to be doing well. The Warhawks have 24 digs from that first set, and Pioneers are only down by 2 with 22.
Yeah, Platteville's number 8th in the WIAC and digs with 14.84 per set. So I think if you're Whitewater, you got to make sure that you put the pressure on Platteville.
I have to agree, especially since, Platteville originally lost the first set to Stevens Point for Parents' Day, but even though they lost that first set, they came back overall to win it 3-1. So that could very well happen here at Chris Russell Gymnasium. Even though they lost that first set, they could bring that fire back they brought with Stevens Point and come back to defeat the Warhawks.
Yeah, both teams here know how to come back. Whitewater knows how to sustain a lead and keep the lead and keep their play consistent, and Platteville knows how to come from behind.
Not only that, though, Matt, on paper, the Pioneers actually look pretty good. The team has 11.76 kills per set, a .183 hitting percent average, 10.45 assists per set, 1.63 blocks per set, 2 service aces per set, and 15.34 digs per set. So on paper, this team is doing very well. We have a service error there by the Pioneers. This set is tied 1-1. Yeah,
that's definitely one thing that looking forward to in this set is how Platteville can keep their errors low. They've known to have lots of errors in these sets that they play, and the couple losses they had 24 errors. So I think that's one area they got to clean up.
Beautiful block by the Warhawks. Beautiful attack by Katie Jones there. Warhawk player went to go dig it, and it was a very well attack, resulting in a kill.
This Platteville team does have the capability of being successful in this second set. They've got the tools up front. They've got the blocks. They can bring the pressure up front when you attack. So they'll be looking to keep this set close.
Got a ball handling error by the Pioneers, tying this game 2-2. We have 18, Hallie McIndoon coming up for the Warhawks. And she will get a service error as she serves it straight into the net. We got the libero, Kalinowski, coming up for the Pioneers.
Yeah, we'll see here in the second set who can make the first run and not trade points back and forth.
Nice dig by the Warhawks. Beautiful attack by Ashton Dahl, excuse me. It didn't look like she was going to really go up. She was going up for the attack, but I honestly did not expect it to be that fast.
Yeah, I think Ashton Dahl is that talented where she can have that ability where she's in the air and she sees the ball and put force on it.
Beautiful block there by the middle hitter and outside hitter for the Pioneers. Last game, Matt, tie scores were 7-7 and lead changes were 2-2. So this set should be interesting to see how many times they tie it and who ends up gaining the lead. Nice bump by McIntyre. We have an error on the Warhawks, resulting in a Pioneer point.
Yeah, on that block, Ashendahl got too far over to the pin, and the Pioneer hitter took advantage going to the inside.
We have an attack, another attack actually by Dahl, resulting in a kill, managing to just get inside that line.
Yeah, they ran a back one there and caught the Pioneer hitters off guard, and she delivered down the line.
We have Jensen up for the serve. Beautiful serve. We have a double touch by the Pioneers, resulting in Warhawk point.
Yeah, that's been a killer for the Pioneers on the offense. They've had it a couple times in these first two sets.
Another good serve by Jensen. Beautiful over the head attack. That was by number 6, CJ Johnson. She didn't even really turn around to face the attack. She did a behind the hand attack.
Yeah, CJ Johnson knows that she's in the front row, so she's able to jump and she's able to have that attack. And she put it in the fourth spot where the outside hitter was vacant.
McIntyre has a dig error. Maggie Stracker coming in with her own kind of side attack for the Warhawks, doing a lot what CJ Johnson did, but instead of being fully behind, it was just a side attack, tripping the Pioneers up.
Yeah, Maggie Stracker kind of looked behind her shoulder and see where the open court was, and she just put it there.
Yeah, Kellyanne Sotiros up for the serve. Good dig by the Pioneers. However, no one was there to receive the ball. Warhawk point.
Yeah, that's just kind of bad placement where you're kind of located or in rotation. You got to make sure that you get there, and you got to have people in suit to the ball.
And especially when you dig, you also got to know where your players are so that someone can come and get it. Beautiful dig there by Jensen. And a beautiful kill by Busher.
And give a little credit to Zatiro. She was on the other side, on the other pin, and she tossed it over to the pin for Busher to put it down.
And Busher read that beautifully. She hit it right in the middle of the court where no Pioneer was. We had a nice dig there by Kalinowski. However, the ball was on the line. Warhawks thinking it's going to go out of bounds, but didn't, resulting in a Pioneer point.
Yeah, that's one where you got to communicate and you got to follow the ball all the way to the line. Emma Ask and Jensen were kind of confused on if it was going to go out or not.
Nice dig there by Ask. Beautiful attack by Katie Jones. Tripped Morgan Jensen up there.
Yeah, Jensen had a great attack and just put it on Jensen since she was unable to get it up.
Beautiful serve by the Pioneers. Good dig there by Kudranowicz. However, we have an error there by the Pioneers, resulting in a Warhawk point.
Yeah, just miscommunication on the Pioneer side. Both of them went up for attack. Both of them trying to be aggressive, but only one can hit it.
I think that's a big thing, too, in this set, Matt. It seems like the communication's kind of off on both teams. So if either team's going to want to, really want this, that communication's going to have to come up. Beautiful attack again by Jones, coming back, hitting it in the middle of the backside of the court where no Warhawk was.
Yeah, she's had a couple of those swings earlier in this set where she's kind of put it in the middle of the court and kind of had a great swing on the ball.
Johnson's got a great serve. Jensen digs it. 16, Rachel Butterfield coming in with her with a kill.
Yeah, so Tiros was able to move it and set her feet and get a good setup to Butterfield, and she just put it down over the block.
Emily Gillen up for the serve. Nice middle serve. Jones was not able to get a kill out of that one, although don't blame her for trying, especially after the last two attacks that she did were ended up so beautifully.
Yeah, but if you're Emily Jones, you got to know who's on the other side. Aaron McNeil and Ashton Dahl, both 6'3", going to be hard to get over them.
We had a blooper, as I like to call them. Go over the middle and outside hitters exactly, trying to block, and just caught the Warhawks off guard.
Yeah, that's the only way you're going to get over Aaron McNeil and Ashton Dahl, if you tip it over their hands.
We have a ball handling error by the Warhawks, although that was a beautiful set by Busher.
Yeah, I think she was trying to use her hands in service even. Good points for trying, but I think she's got to make sure that she gets it up, gets the Tyros off the net.
Good dig by Jensen. Number 7, Katie Jones and CJ Johnson going up for the block. However, they were not able to actually come away with a block and ended up having a block error.
Yeah, they were unable to push their hands over the net, and Erin McNeil hit it right on the head, and she was able to put it right down the blocker's hands.
McIntyre with a nice serve. Beautiful attack by Paige Mertens. I believe her first attack in this set.
Yeah, it was just a great swing. She put it on. Erin McNeil was a little off on her block, pushing over, so she was able to get it past her hands.
Yeah. Kalinowski up for the serve. Good running there by Strecker to get the ball. However, it ends up going out of bounds.
Yeah, again, we see points being traded back and forth. That Jensen was unable to get the free ball in the back corner.
We have an error on the Warhawks. However, we got a timeout called by the Warhawks. The score for this set is 12-15. The Pioneers are in the lead. This is live volleyball.
It's not about where you were born. It's not about your gender or the color of your skin, or whether you're rich, poor, or in the middle. No matter what you play, if you have the skill and drive to succeed in school and in sports, we'll provide the opportunity.
Welcome back to Chris Russell Gymnasium with live volleyball action on UWW-TV. The WIAC has captured more NCAA national championships than any other Division III conference in history. Each year, over 5,000 student athletes compete in WIAC sports without the benefit of athletic scholarships. They compete for the love of their game and commitment to win. Culver's is proud to be a sponsor of the WIAC, the Conference of Champions. Warhawks are coming back as they got the point of that. And we have another error by the Pioneers. Warhawks are now down by 1 point, 14-15.
Yeah, great time out there by Stephanie Boudreau, or Stacy Boudreau. There was a service error on the Pioneers, and Whitewater was able to come back with a good serve.
Good attack by Busher. However, Kudranowicz was there for the dig. We have a double touch by the Warhawks. Matt, throughout both these sets, I think one of the biggest errors that not only the Warhawks have had, but also the Pioneers, is that double touch error.
Yeah, I think that's the cause of the passer not getting it all the way to the setter, but then the setter's got to do a better job of getting both the hips around the ball and make sure they get two hands under the ball at the same time.
We have a Warhawk point as that ball went just inside the line. Pioneers thinking it was going out. We have Jensen up for the serve.
Yeah, on that previous set, it was a good set. On that previous spike, it was a good set there by Strecker. Able to rebound from that ball handling error.
We got another ball handling error here, double touch. The Warhawks are now tied with the Pioneers, 16-16. Nice dig by Kudranowicz. Attack error by Youngren. Too much power behind that ball.
Actually, I think she got it down there, but I think the block got tipped on it, so I think it's flat the ball.
My mistake. So Youngren will actually now be up for the serve. Beautiful attack by Busher there. Kalinowski was there to kind of go for the dig. However, ball just came so fast. She wasn't even able to get a hand on it.
That's just great timing by Struckert and Busher being on the same page. Busher able to hit it on the downward trajectory.
We have Sotiros up for the Warhawks. She will come away with a serve if error.
Yeah, Sotiro's not the only one on the Warhawk side. It's happened a couple times where there's just serves going into the net. They got to make sure that if they're going to miss, they got to make sure they miss on the Pioneer side.
Yeah, the only one who had the service error was Chloe Busher in that last set. Good dig by Jensen. Busher again with that middle attack, essentially hitting the ball where no Pioneer is. She's been able to read that defense very well when she goes up for that.
Yeah, she's been able to get her timing right and hit the ball where it needs to hit, and especially when the Pioneer blockers aren't getting up, only one or none, and she's got a free run at the net.
We got Busher up for the serve. However, she's on her first service error of this game, but second service error of this match.
Yeah, that's keeping the Pioneers in it and what's making them have the lead here.
That was a beautiful block there by Kudranowicz and Jones.
Yeah, Platteville's got all the momentum on their side, and a big reason why is they're getting their serves over.
Almost seemed like the Warhawks were tripped up there, but actually were able to get the ball over the net. Nice dig by Jensen. Nice dig by Kudranowicz. However, had a nice attack there going just in that corner as Busher tried to go for the ball. We've got a timeout here, though, at Chris Russell Gymnasium. The score for this set is 18-21 with the Pioneers in the lead. This is live volleyball action on UWW TV.
Diving college taught me to strive and be the best athlete I can be, but also the best student I can be. My coaches always made sure that the student comes first, because not everyone's going to become a professional athlete. So they make sure that we will do great in academics. I knew that would only open the door to my future, and I'm really excited to start my dream program for physical therapy.
Welcome back to Chris Russell Gymnasium, where we have live volleyball action here on UWW TV. Katie Jones has been a big part of this set, and it's not all that surprising as she has a single match record with 13 blocks and 10 assist blocks in 2017.
Yeah, it's a big reason why Platteville is up here 21-18 in the second set and got all momentum in this second set. Whitewater is definitely on their heels, and Platteville knows it.
Jones also got second team all-conference in 2015, honorable mention all-conference in 2014, named team MVP in 2013, 2014, and 2015, played club for Wisconsin Juniors and Milwaukee Sting, and also made the honor roll and was a part of the National Honor Society in high school. We got the ball going out of bounds there, Warhawk point. If the Warhawks can shift the momentum to their side, they may come away with a win in this set.
Yeah, they got to make sure that they take away their errors. That's been a big part of why they're down in this set.
Having an attack error there by Jones. We have another timeout. However, Matt, this is a really close game. Both the teams are tied.
Yeah, I think it's part of the reason why both teams want it bad, and both teams have got momentum, and it's really amazing to see in volleyball how each team can have different runs at different times. We just saw Platteville go on a run for 5. Now we see Whitewater come back in, and so it's definitely volleyball's a game of runs.
And since Boudreau has become coach in 2005, her record with Platteville is 16-5, and Whitewater has beaten Platteville 59 times and lost them 25 times and tied once since we started playing them.
Yeah, I think Stacey Boudreau knows how her team is played, and especially on the Platteville side, they know how crucial runs are in volleyball, and especially when we get to the latter parts of each set, it's crucial to know when your best players are on the team.
Not only that, but as you said earlier, Matt, the Warhawks have won 8 straight games. When you're on a winning streak like that, it can become very hard to get them off that momentum.
Yeah, and it's going to be very hard to get off momentum, but I think if you're Platteville, or when you have a 8-game win streak, like if a team like Platteville, they're going to get their best shot, and they're going to give all their effort towards Whitewater.
We have a good attack there by Kudranowicz. Warhawks thinking it was out of bounds, but it was not.
Yeah, give credit to Platteville for sticking out that set, and they got a good kill down the line.
Kudranowicz up for the serve. Dig by Busher. Strong attack there by McNeil. Have an error there on Mertens. That was a nice run though by Satiros to set up that attack from McNeil.
Yeah, I think if you're Erin McNeil, you give credit to her. She put an attack on the ball and put pressure on the Pioneers defense to make a play and get a good pass instead of a free ball, which could set up offense on their side.
Nice dig by Kalinowski. Warhawks come away with a beautiful and big block here. The game is tied at 22-22.
That is why you have girls like Ashton Dahl on your team, big difference maker.
Have you thought about getting your master's degree? Did you know UW Whitewater's online MBA ranks #1 in Wisconsin and number 21 in the nation? Our online MBA is both high quality and affordable, according to U.S. News & World Report. If you're looking to get your online bachelor's degree, UW Whitewater's program is among the best in the country. Learn more at uww.edu/online. This is a hard-fought set, Matt.
Yeah, this is going to be a race to the finish. I think it's going to be who can limit their errors, who can put the most pressure on their team, and who can come away with a big block and a big momentum swing like we just saw there with Ashton Dahl.
I also think, too, it's up to the girls who has more fire, who wants it more.
Yeah, I think this is definitely a huge turning point in the game. Whoever can get this, if Platteville can come away with the set, it comes tied, or if Whitewater gets the set, it's up 2-1, and they got a stranglehold on the game.
Especially since Platteville was up, and it seemed like they were going to come away with the win in the set.
Yeah, it just shows to the fight that Whitewater has, especially in these games, especially on the 8-game win streak. They've shown how competitive they are.
Beautiful dig there by Kalinowski. Nice dig by Busher. Attacked by Erin McNeil. We had a block error. I think it went off McNeil's fingertips, leading the Warhawks at a point.
Yeah,
the Pioneers at a point.
Yeah, the Pioneers were just able to get it off to Erin McNeil's hands and get it off get out of bounds off Whitewater.
Kalinowski up for the serve. Nice dig by Jensen. McNeil going up for a serve. However, Kalinowski was there. McNeil going again for an attack, this time completing it into a kill as we had a block error by the Pioneers.
Yeah, just put it into the Pioneers block and they were unable to give it back up for some offense.
This set is still tied, 23-23. Nice dig there by Kudranowicz. Beautiful. Looked like just a little set over the net that tripped up the Pioneers, having the Warhawks take the lead, 24-23.
Yeah, Maggie Strecker did that a couple times in that set. Knowing that she had an open spot on the court, she just missed it. It looked like to be out of bounds, but Pioneers touched it.
Beautiful block by the Warhawks. We have an error there by the Pioneers, resulting in the Warhawk win. We'll be taking a short break, but when we come back, we'll have game 3. The Warhawks now lead 2-0. And we'll be right back with game 3 right after this short break. This is live volleyball action on UWW TV.
I learned a lot of valuable lessons playing college football. I never thought about the health benefits of exercise until I actually started to talk to coaches in college. It's not only just for performance, it's for life. My coaches instilled the importance of well-being, not only building up strength, mental health, getting enough sleep, eating properly is all what it is to be healthy. I decided that I want to go into personal trainer and share my knowledge that I obtained in college about physical and mental well-being.
Welcome back to Chris Russell Gymnasium, where the Warhawks are leading this match 2-0. Hey future Warhawks, applications are now open for the fall 2020 semester. Whether you plan to study accounting, biology, education, or any of our other 50-plus majors, we'll help you find your college fit. The Warhawk family, led by caring faculty and staff, is devoted to student success. Learn more and apply today at uww.edu. Matt, the Warhawks, as much as they came back and fought, they are dominating by winning 2 sets.
Yeah, you got to give credit to Platteville. They've come out and they've shown that they've got some fight in this game, but unfortunately errors have cost them 2 sets, and now their backs are against the wall. If you're Whitewater, you got to make sure you come out firing, and you can't let Platteville have any momentum. But if you're Platteville, you got to make sure you got to clean up the errors.
Especially since the fact that, you know, they were they had the lead 5 different times, while Warhawks only had the lead twice. But as we were saying, you know, Platteville kind of needed to go up for more attacks, and they did in this game, now resulting in 20 attacks, while the Warhawks only have 4 more than them.
Yeah, that set was pretty close all the way through. We didn't really have one team get out in front like we saw in the first set. No team had really any big runs, but I think kind of in the later part of that set and kind of the ends of it, we saw that Whitewater was able to capitalize on the Pioneer errors. And I think that's just a testament to how Whitewater knows how to finish out games and finish out to get the wins in each set, so they're able to be successful.
We're going to take one more short break right before we have Game 3 here at Chris Russell Gymnasium. This is live volleyball action on UWW TV. Welcome back to Chris Russell Gymnasium, where we will have Game 3 here soon for live volleyball action on UWW TV. However, the leaders in kills in these last 2 sets, Katie Jones for Platteville has 5, Olivia Kudranowicz has 5, Paige Martin has 3, and Haley Youngren has 3. However, the Whitewater isn't too far, Matt. Who are the leaders for the Warhawks?
Ashton Dahl leads it with 6, Rachel Butterfield comes in at 5, Erin McNeil and Chloe Butcher come in at 4. They've been forces on the Whitewater end, and they've been getting kills in crucial times, which is something that Platteville wasn't able to do in these prior 2 sets, which is why Whitewater has a 2-0 lead.
Yeah, and assists are kind of in the same way as that aspect. You know, Whitewater's not trailing too far behind. We have CJ Johnson with 15 for Platteville. Then we have Stephanie Kalinowski with 2 and Haley Youngren with 2. But then we have Whitewater coming in with Maggie Strecker at 12, Kellyanne Sotiros at 10, and Haley McInthune and Morgan Jensen at 1.
Yeah, this has just been kind of a Strecker and Sotiros have been able to distribute the ball to their hitters along with CJ Johnson. They've been doing it well, but they kind of have had some mishandling and ball handling errors when they're kind of getting a double on their sets. They've been getting called for it, and it's been putting a damper on momentum to get runs in these prior 2 sets.
Yeah, and a big player for the Pioneers that stepped up is CJ Johnson, and she's leading the team in 12 digs, even though when it comes to digs, she is not even ranked within the top 3 for the season.
Yeah, she's just been trying to assert herself into this Platteville lineup, trying to show that she belongs on this team. And then if you look on the Whitewater side, Chloe Busher 13, Morgan Jensen 7. Morgan Jensen has been all over the court. She's been hustling. She's been diving for balls. So she's been an X factor for Whitewater and how they're up 2 sets.
We've got game 3 starting here in a minute at Chris Russell Gymnasium. If the Warhawks come away with the momentum for this set, Matt, the Warhawks may sweep the Pioneers 3-0.
Yeah, I think if you're Platteville, you got to make sure you come out strong. You got to control the tempo in your favor. You got to make sure that you know that you can't commit errors, because if you do commit errors, then Whitewater's going to come back and going to come back and beat you.
I think if they come out with the same fire, the same intensity, and the same amount of leads as they did in that second set, I believe they will come away with the win. As you said, they just got to keep at that end there, just got to keep the errors to a minimal.
And I think if you're Platteville, you got to make sure that you play this 1 point at a time, and you can't worry that you're down 2 sets to 0 totally. You got to make sure that you focus on this game and just getting this game.
However, Warhawks come away with the first point as Ashton Dull, with her lovely lengthy form, comes up with a beautiful block.
Yeah, she has definitely been a difference maker in this game.
We have a dig error on Kalinowski. She's been a big factor for the Pioneers, but there are times where even, you end up tripping up yourself. We have a beautiful attack by Jones. Warhawks are leading 2-1 as we have Kudranowicz up to serve. Beautiful serve by Kudranowicz. End up having a dig error there, actually, because, even though the dig was hit, it kind of went nowhere.
Yeah, I think this is where the Pioneers are going to gain their momentum on the service line. This is a good team and this is a team that thrives on their service aces and thrives on serving for momentum.
That was a beautiful attack, resulting in a kill there. It went straight at Kudranowicz's feet.
Yeah, Ashton Dahl has had 7 kills on the game, along with 4 blocks. So she's been a monster in the front of the net.
We end up having a ball handling first one in this set on the Pioneers. We had Ask for the serve. Beautiful block by the Warhawks. Nice attack by the Pioneers. That was a good dig by Kalinowski. However, when she kind of hit it, it looked like she ran into another one of her own players, therefore having the ball go straight to the net.
Again, communication is going to be key in this final set. Communication is a way that we eliminate errors and a way that we get be successful.
We have an error there on Ask as she tries to go for that ball. Hearing a little screech on the court, ends up hitting it out of bounds. Pioneer ball.
Yeah, Platteville's definitely going to make sure that they put the pressure on Whitewater with swings whenever they can.
Attack by Busher. Beautiful block by the Warhawks. Nice attack by the Pioneers. Nice dig by Johnson. Have a ball handling error on Mertens.
Yeah, if you're Mertens, you're trying to put that deep and trying to get the defense out of sync and trying to get the defense out of rhythm so you get a free ball on the other end coming back to you so you're able to get easy offense.
We have a serve by Jensen. Matt, I think we cannot stress it enough on both sides. The ball handling errors, they've got to be a minimal in this set if the Pioneers want to come back, or even if the Warhawks want to win this set, due to the simple fact that, as we know, these leads can so easily drop. However, we have a timeout here at Chris Russell Gymnasium. The Warhawks are leading this set 7-3. This is live volleyball action on UWW TV.
I just wanted to get good grades and to do well, but it also made me realize that I have a lot of career goals.
You're there to get a full college experience, not only participate in your sport, but participate in things outside of that, and it's all about growing as a person.
My coaches have helped me with figuring out who I really am. Their lives are dedicated for us to succeed.
Welcome back to Pregame with live volleyball action here on UWW-TV. We've got the Warhawks leading 7-3 as Jensen continues to serve. Nice dig there by Kudranowicz. However, there was really no one there to help her out on that one.
Yeah, that's just a flaw in their rotation when you have a setter coming from the other side. But I think good serve there by Jensen, putting some rotation and spin on the ball.
Third serve by Jensen. All three have been beautiful serves. Strong and forceful. We had Pioneers tried to go up for a block. However, Busher was just able to get power inside that ball. Goes right past her fingertips, leading to the ground. We have Jensen getting her first service ace of this game.
That was just a great service there by Jensen, put it between the two defenders.
Yeah, we've got both the coaches, probably Pioneers coach Samantha Burkett trying to tell the girls, hey, slow down, communicate. You got this. Just because they're at a lead, it doesn't mean that you can't come back from this.
Yeah, on the Platteville side, you got to make sure who in service. A crucial part is you got to know who's got gaps. You got to call that out before the serve comes over, so you know who's getting the gaps and who's not. You got to make sure that it's not what we just saw there. A ball just goes to the ground, or have two girls collapsing in on each other, and it's still a point for the other team. Jensen has been amazing here serving. She's been putting momentum on the Whitewater side. Platteville's got to make sure that they come out strong here.
Yeah, Boudreau, I imagine, he was very happy with her girls. That she didn't even have them in the huddle for very long. Essentially probably telling you, keep up the momentum, keep up the communication, and keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah, a big part of Whitewater's errors were on the service line. Jensen has been making sure that she puts her stamp on good serves.
Beautiful dig there by Kalinowski. We have an attack error by Busher. Strong, hard, but going straight into the net.
Yeah, she's got to make sure that she finds that she puts her hits over the top of the block and not right into the block. She's hitting them low angle, and Platteville was just on time to put it down.
We have an error on a Maggie Strecker. Tried to get a quick sneak attack, ended up just kind of cupping the ball a little bit and going straight down.
Yeah, she's got to make sure that she knows that she puts it over the net and knows where she is on the court. She knows that she's had a couple errors here, so she's got to make sure that she fixes that up.
We had a service error by Murphy for the Pioneers. Warhawks getting the ball back. The one thing that the Pioneers are definitely going to want to do here is take away the Warhawks' momentum. As I said, they can very easily come back from leads just like the Warhawks have and just like the Pioneers have. We've seen in both these previous sets. So the big thing is stopping the Warhawks' momentum, because the Warhawks get to too much of a lead. I'm not entirely sure the Pioneers may be able to come back from that.
Yeah, I think Platteville's just got to make sure that they kind of stick their hat on serve receive, make sure that they take it 1 point at a time. They're capable of. These girls are out here being amped up, being energetic, trying to get their team back into this game. They've had some blocks to give them some positive hope in this match, but they can't get through on serve receive and get a good swing out of it.
Yeah, and Stephanie Kalinowski, she keeps clapping her hands at her girls, being the libero, probably taking charge and letting them know, hey, we're fine, we can do this, trust me, we've done this before, let's do this again.
Yeah, the one thing that Whitewater has noticed on the service line is how deep that Platteville is playing when their receivers are, how far back they are to the back attack line, and they're dropping it right in short.
Yeah, I think Platteville just needs to kind of take a step back, calm down a little bit, and just realize, we just need to communicate. We've got this. We can come up back from this lead as long as we stop the Warhawks' momentum and keep the errors down to minimal. We have Youngren for the serve. Beautiful block there by the Pioneers. Got an error there on the Warhawks. This could be the momentum starter that the Pioneers need to come back.
Yeah, all you need is a couple points, string them together, and you have some momentum.
We had a communication error there by the Warhawks as no one went for that ball that after the second hit.
Yeah, I think it was just Atiros running after the ball, and then she ran in as she put the ball up to the outside and ran into Bushler.
Third serve for Youngren. However, that would be a service error as it goes outside the back of the court. Even though the Warhawks are in the lead, Matt, what Pioneer has been, the Pioneers have been able to do is once they get like a 2-3 point momentum, they have been able to break that up to come back with points of their own.
Yeah, but I think the two services prior when Jensen and Atiros were serving is going to be crucial in this set to see if Platteville can come back.
We got Ashley up for the serve. 2 service errors back to back.
Yeah, that's not going to sit well with their head coach. I think you got to make sure that you at least put it over the net and put it on Whitewater. If you're going to miss, make sure you miss long so you have a chance for Whitewater to make an error.
Especially since when the Warhawks made their service error, that kind of like stops their momentum, giving Platteville their very own chance to start their own, and then coming back with your own service errors, just giving the ball right back to the Warhawks. Beautiful attack by Johnson there.
But an even better dig.
Light attack there by Jones. It seems like her hand got some part of the ball, but also missed it.
Yeah, I think Jones just got a piece of it, and that's kind of all you need when you're going off for an attack. Maybe that was better because she got it over the Whitewater block.
Johnson up for the serve. We have a service error there. Out of all 3 sets, Matt, this has been the first set where we've seen multiple service errors.
Yeah, I think that's going to be maybe because both teams are fatigued, kind of tired, legs are a little worn out, but they got to make sure that they put their emphasis on the service line.
Nice serve by McIntoon. Nice dig by the Warhawks. Nice dig by Johnson. Nice attack by Kudranowicz. Error by the Warhawks, stopping their momentum, giving the Pioneers a point and the ball back. Warhawks are leading 17-11 in this set. We have Kudranowicz up for the serve. Nice dig by Kudranowicz. Nice attack by Mertens. Ball handling error on the Warhawks. This could be just the starting momentum that the Pioneers need.
Yeah. I think the Pioneers got to make sure that they get their serves over. It starts with that, because if you can't get your serves over, you're killing the momentum of your team, and you're not getting your team a chance to be successful.
Nice dig by the Warhawks there and able to come back and save that ball. Nice block and way to come back from almost having a block error. As the Pioneers will now have an error on themselves. The Warhawks actually almost got a block error, but way too that middle hitter and outside hitter for paying attention as the ball didn't go over the net.
Yeah.
Was actually able to get it back over.
Unbelievable effort there by Ashton Dahl. She kind of had a tiptoe the line and not touch the net. Aaron McNeil popped it up, and Ashton Dahl just tipped it over the net and fell right on the Pioneer side.
Good service ace by MIS. Warhawks are leading 19-12. Pioneers communicating to each other. Ask for the serve. We got another service error.
Yeah, both teams now kind of accumulating service errors. We'll see who can get a run on the service line.
Regardless of who wins the set as well, Matt, I do believe those service errors is going to come back to haunt them.
Yeah. And that error by Ashton Dahl, she kind of was just off the net. Not a really good set. She's used to having the ball be set on the net. And when you kind of get into that rhythm, you kind of think that you're right over the net, but put it in the net.
Kalinowski for the serve. Pioneers get the point for that.
Yeah, McIntyre was kind of thrown off by that serve. She had, Kadanowski had some forward on that serve. It's kind of moving back and forth, and it fooled McIntyre.
Kalinowski with a nice hard serve. However, Dahl comes back with a beautifully timed kill.
Yeah, that puts her at 8 kills on the game, and it was a big one because it halted the Pioneer momentum.
Pioneers are down by 5 points as the Warhawks lead 2015. Katie Ashe comes away with a strong kill there for the Pioneers.
Yeah, she was able to have a hit that wasn't able to put that the block wasn't able to get up, so she put it down.
Sam Rossetti coming in for her first serve of the game. Nice effort there by the Warhawks getting that back over the net. However, they weren't able to set properly after that. Therefore, Pioneers taking advantage of that, doing a beautiful kill right in the middle of the court.
Yeah, Whitewater wasn't really ready for that kill, and they run around trying to get it back, and they paid for it.
A timeout has been called here at Chris Russell Gymnasium. The score for their set is 20-17 with the Warhawks in the lead. This is live volleyball action on UWW TV.
Basketball has been a game changer for me.
It's helped me grow as a teammate and a leader.
By establishing standards for youth development, USA Basketball is making a difference for players of all ages.
Through education and training,
they're helping to make the game safer
and more fun. Make sure your child is taught the right way.
Ensure you're the best coach you can be.
To learn more, visit usab.com or download the USA Basketball mobile app.
Welcome back to Chris Russell Gymnasium, live action volleyball here on UWW TV. UWW TV offers a wide variety of student-produced programming, including sports, news, comedies, reality shows, and much more. If you like this broadcast, check out the many other great programs only on UWW TV. As I said, Matt, the Pioneers can always come back from a lead, and now they are only down by 2 points. Kudranowicz tried to go in for an attack there, just slid and had that ball go way outside.
Yeah, Aaron Erb had an error on the first swing that she just had prior to the timeout. Had it long, but comes back and puts a good one in.
We have a service error on the Warhawks. This game is still, Pioneers are still down only by 2. 21-19 is the Warhawks lead. We have number 18, Haley Youngren, coming in for the Pioneers.
Yeah, this is crucial because last set, this is where the Pioneers kind of folded a little bit and Whitewater took advantage.
Nice dig there by Kalinowski. Have a block error by Gillen and Butterfield. It hits their hand and went straight down. We are now having a 1-point game here at Chris Russell Gymnasium.
Yeah, I think if you're Platteville, you got to make sure that you keep feeding Kudranowicz.
This is the Warhawks had a block error. Now the Pioneers have a block error. When you go up as a blocker, Matt, you want to make sure you time that so that the ball doesn't end up going off your hands and onto your own court. You know, you need to jump up quite right so the ball hits the middle of your hands going back to the other side.
Yeah, blocking is all about timing. You got to make sure that you're in tune with the other blocker and from the middle. You got to make sure you push over. That's crucial. As you saw there, Butterfield and Gillen had their hands up, so it was able to come off of their hands and not able to go down on the Platteville side.
We have an attack error on the Warhawks as there's too much power behind that ball going right outside the court.
Yeah, blocking is all about getting in front of your hitter, timing it up and pushing over and making sure that the ball lands on their side.
Ashe up for the serve. We have a service error on her part. As I said earlier, man, you know, these service errors are coming back to haunt them.
Yeah, Platteville's in this game. I think that they've got trouble with Ashlyn Dell and Aaron McNeil on the front lines, but they're definitely capable of winning the set.
Gillen up for the serve. Nice dig by Kudranowicz. Nice dig by Gillen there. However, there was a block attempt there, ball going up too high, as Kalaniski tries to go up for the ball. She even jumped trying to get a hand on it and just was too short.
And again, Erin McNeil put it off the block, and you're unable for the defenders. If you get tips on it, you're unable to get it if you're a defender.
Pioneers do not want to give the Warhawks this last point. And they don't, and they get a kill right on that line.
Yeah, Kudranowicz, in the heat of the pressure, in the heat of the moment, was able to deliver a spike and a kill to keep her team in it.
We have Johnson up for the serve. Nice serve in the middle as Jensen gets a dig. We have an error there by the Warhawks. That is not what you want to see this close, and especially at the end of the game.
Yeah, no, I think that was just a miscommunication, and they kind of got jumbled up. They didn't know where the ball was going. They kind of had to play it on the fly, and they were unable to capitalize.
Pioneers are only down 1 point. Good dig there by Johnson. Beautiful block there by McNeil and Dahl. As that concludes this set, Warhawks end up winning it 25-23. The Warhawk wins the match 3-0. We'll be back to wrap this up after a short break. This is live volleyball action on UWW TV.
Being a part of the different activities and organizations that I've been a part of, I'm actually able to see myself where I'm like, hey, I actually can make change. I'm one person that can make a difference.
Division III has helped me to develop teamwork skills, critical thinking skills, time management skills.
It's not just about basketball, or it's not just about school. It's about developing yourself as a person altogether.
We are back at Chris Russell Gymnasium where the Warhawks defeated the Pioneers 3-0. I'm Sammy Huggins. Alongside me is Matt Bruzes. Matt, what do you think went well for the Warhawks to be able to come out with a sweep here?
I think they were able to put pressure on Platteville, and Platteville was just unsuccessful at closing out sets. They had a lot of service errors, which contributed to their 3-0 loss. But I think Dahl and McNeil on the front lines, on the net, they had big play with kills. Ashton Dahl with 8, Erin McNeil with 4. And Ashton Dahl and Erin McNeil were a force alongside the net blocking, which led to the Whitewater success.
Not only that, too, as crucial as the 3 sets was, those service errors did come back to haunt Platteville in the end there with their service errors in that last set, but also all the ball handling errors on their end where they kept getting close to taking that lead away from the Warhawks, but ended up just coming in with those little few ball handling errors at the end that costed them each set.
Yeah, I think that's kind of one thing that Platteville's got to work on is they got to make sure they finish each set. You're not gonna be successful, especially in the WIAC conference or in the NCAA tournament, which is why they haven't been there in a long time. I think they're not capable of closing out sets. They have the pieces to do it. Kudranowicz, Jones are big pieces on the net that are able to be physical and they're able to be dominant, but they just got to make sure that they close out sets.
Yeah, they have the assets there, as you said. It's just essentially at the end they had the errors, the miscommunication, where the Warhawks didn't have as many and were able to come out more with the momentum in that.
Yeah, I think that kind of goes on the coaches. You got to make sure that your players are ready to be put in situations. If you're on the court, you got to make sure that you know how to handle each situation and how to close out games. You want to win as a player, and you got to make sure that you have put the effort in to close out games, which is a big part of why the Warhawks have success and why the Pioneers need that success.
That was a great fight, though, for the Pioneers. However, that will do it from here. Once again, the final from Russell Gymnasium, 3-0. For Matt Bruzes and our entire field crew, thank you for joining us. But before we go, be sure to stay tuned to UWW TV for live coverage of Warhawk football as they host UW Platteville for homecoming on October 12th. Coverage begins at 1 p.m. with Warhawk Sports Saturday, leading up to game time at 2 p.m. Once again, that's Warhawk football right here on UWW TV. Thank you for joining us. This has been a special sports presentation of UWW TV.
this special sports presentation on UWW TV.